4 homes.
To me, it looks really staged and not very homey.
4 styles.
I'm going to have to say Pooh Brown is just not my type of color.
Only 1 winner. What happens when 4 complete strangers tour and score each other's homes?
Maybe we should ask it who's gonna win the show.
Me.
It's open house time.
Let's do something bad.
And everyone's a critic.
Look how dusty it is. It's covered in dust.
Let the competition begin.
I don't like to lose.
It's modern meets maniac.
This place is grandma gone wrong. Every home needs a man cave.
OMG, a design diva lives here.
Meet office manager by day, artist by night, Gillian. She and her boyfriend love their quirky Gothic house so much that they've given it an equally quirky name, the Marlow.
Hi, I'm Gillian, and welcome to the Marlow. This house is Martha Stewart meets Tim Burton, disguised as a Victorian brothel, hidden deep in a semi-detached where every day is Halloween.
That's a complicated way of saying really creepy.
This is our studio. We use it as our inspiration. We had the shelves built up here, and at the moment it's housing my collection of semi-naked Wolverines. We've kind of outfitted them so they don't get cold.
Thank goodness, because totally nude Wolverines would have been weird.
Here's our living room, and this is the place that we really like to display our own artwork. This is the tail of a dragon that came off of a St. Georgian dragon sculpture. We actually ended up building the room around it.
Seems like everyone has a disembodied dragon tail these days.
I like the dark side of things. I like sort of macabre, just things that are a little off kilter, a little off center. This is the bedroom. It's probably one of my favorite rooms because it's one of the most magical ones for us. We sleep under the stars every night. There are little tiny things that are hidden within the branches.
Gillian, those are called dead leaves.
You can't help but fall asleep and maybe do other things in the room.
Like make art? Right, Gillian?
I think my house deserves to win because it's time for the misfits of the world to win out over sort of like the designers and everything else.
Gillian, we're sure your house will knock 'em dead. Our next amateur designer is florist Hillary. She bought this house post-divorce and transformed it into a dream home for herself and her kids.
I designed the house myself. The home is pretty, what you see is what you get, just like me.
What we see is a spotless home with every work of art and cushion placed just so. But what ties everything together?
My theme is good taste.
Of course it is.
This is my family room. It's where I hang out with the kids. I love this sofa. When I separated, the first thing I did is I went to the store and I bought this sofa.
Ah yes, the traditional post-separation sofa purchase.
This is my wall unit that I designed so that it could display the different things that I've bought over time. When we're watching TV, I can actually sit there admiring my work.
Do you at least save the self-congratulation for the commercial breaks?
This is my favorite room. It's my kitchen. I had a lot of fun designing it, as you can see.
Oh boy, gray and white, the most fun of all colors.
This is my backsplash. It's marble. It sounds silly, but I love it.
That doesn't sound silly.
It's circular, and circles, I like circles.
But that does.
This is my dining room. I put this mirror leaning vertically against the wall on purpose. I like a little bit of the unpredictable.
Hillary's definition of unpredictable is a little tamer than most.
On the table, I have a silver bowl full of balls. This one is from Mexico, this one's from Costa Rica, and this one actually shows a fairy tale from Russia.
It's good to know that Hillary has the ornaments to win this competition.
My house deserves to win because it was designed by me.
Our third competitor, with no background in design, is lawyer Kalman.
Welcome to my home. Come on in.
As a proud father of 3, Kalman's home reflects his family values.
Because we're Hungarian by background, we have kind of a very old worldy, folkloric feel to it that we like to convey, yet keep the modernness of it. This is the incredibly well-lit cathedral ceiling master bedroom. And of course, the very large ensuite master bathroom. This is a family heirloom, a baby crib, which is hand-painted. All the 3 kids slept in there when they were babies. This is the greatest master bedroom. What more can you ask for?
To see the rest of the house?
This is a great kitchen. This is where my wife does all her cooking. And we have some nice Hungarian touches here as well with the traditional Hungarian plates.
I'm sensing a Hungarian theme here.
This is the social center of the house. All of the parties we have here end up in this kitchen. This is the living room. This is where the kids practice. We have our house concerts. We entertain our friends here. We dance and we sing. And on the mantle, we have the artwork of the kids, which we're very proud of. I think in a house, that's very important that all the members that live in the house feel comfortable.
This family would make the Brady Bunch look dysfunctional.
I would love to put this house up against any house to see if it's nicer. I think it definitely is.
How about against our last competitor's Parisian abode? Meet former competitive figure skater, Chantal.
Hi, I'm Chantal. Bienvenue chez nous.
Her 5-bedroom home is dramatic and diva-licious, just like Chantal.
My approach to decor is really a reflection of who I am. It's like I love the color red.
Yeah, we kind of guessed that already.
Welcome to my kitchen. This is the place where all the magic happens. Here's the dining room, a lovely place to entertain. Of course, there's my red accents, which you can't miss, in the chairs, but I tried to tone it down a little.
Red leather chairs? Apparently she didn't try very hard.
A little bit of house bling doesn't hurt anyone.
Chantal is also hoping to sweeten the judges' impressions with a French treat.
No lovely entertainment is complete without a macaron for dessert. So, à table. So this truly is my favorite room of the house. I love this pattern with the Paris stamps. Oh, I also love to highlight local artists. This piece specifically adds a lot of contrasts, icy and cold. I guess it reminds me of the skating side. And there's no red.
No red in the painting, but you'll find a way to work some red into the room.
And of course, the pièce de résistance, the pod.
Yep, and it's red.
And of course, I love it.
And of course, you practiced that maneuver.
I think that I'm a fair competitor, but I do like to win. So I have my A game on.
Game on. Here are the rules. The competitors will be awarding each home an overall impression score out of 10. At the end of the show, they'll be giving additional marks based on style and design, livability, and originality. The winner walks away with the bragging rights, $1,000, and a photo spread in Style at Home magazine. First to open her doors is Madame Chantal.
I'm ready for it. Bring it.
Okay then, here comes family man Calman, who's ready to start critiquing.
I noticed right away walking up here, there are no sidewalks. I prefer more of a neighborhood feel.
First guest has arrived.
Hi, good morning. Hi, I'm Calman.
I'm Chantal. It's so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Your outfit matches the drapes a little.
Focus, Calman, focus. Next up, fussy florist Hillary.
Oh, it's pretty. The door makes it look like maybe it's from the 1960s perhaps, but it looks like it's been renovated. It's nice.
Someone's here. Oh, okay. Hi.
Oh, hi.
I'm Chantal.
I'm Hillary. When Chantal answered the door, I was a little shocked. It was kind of bizarre. She was wearing a very effervescent dress.
Hillary, you're supposed to be judging her house, not her wardrobe. Last to arrive is artist Gillian.
I'm looking at a very formal house here, you know, with the pillars and everything else. It's very straightforward. I would think somebody a little bit conservative lives here.
With everyone here, Chantal plies her guests with macarons before the tour.
Make yourself at home, and I'm anxious to see what you all think.
Coming up, the guests find the skeletons in Chantal's closet.
Oh my God, we've discovered Chantal.
On Four Houses Canada, 4 total strangers unleash their inner critics as they tour each other's properties to determine who really has the best house. First up in today's episode is the 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom chateau that Francophile Chantal shares with her husband and kids. The tour starts on the main floor with a shrewd observation from Kalman.
Ooh, looks like a living room, huh? Right away when I walked into the living room, I said, this house is staged. Doesn't look like anyone lives there. Doesn't look like anyone gets comfortable there.
Meanwhile, Chantal sneaks away to her back patio to wait.
How do you know what their tastes are? I'm really curious to find out what they think, though.
As long as they like the taste of macaron, you're off to a good start.
This is not what I was expecting when I looked at the outside of the house.
What were you expecting?
Like much more florals and conservative shapes and things, but this is just wild.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's nicely designed, but I'm not sure I like
this room.
the color of the walls, though. Especially with the paintings. It makes the paintings stand out, but
Little dark?
It's the wrong tone. I'm going to have to say Pooh Brown is just not my type of color.
Would you prefer something along the lines of a stuffed Wolverine gray?
I really like the fabrication that they're using, like the printed linens. It's old France.
Boxes that say bonjour, fabrics that have French writing on them, are just something that are made, I don't know, in China, in India. You know, they're not French.
And Miss Particular is about to spot another infraction.
What's he doing here? He's not French.
I don't feel like you can just sort of sit down and relax. I'm going to attempt a chair.
I'm going to sit right
let's
here
see how
then.
comfortable this is. I'll tell you what a Hungarian Shepherd would like to, this is how they sit.
Oh.
They kind of roll, and they take the, and then they kind of, they go like this, cover themselves with the sheep. It's very comfortable down here.
Kalman fancies a shag carpet.
Okay, we got to sit on this.
Oh, yeah. Beam me up, Scotty.
Sounds like Kalman is ready to teleport out of this seating arrangement.
With three strangers next to each other, it's kind of awkward.
You do get to know each other very quickly.
Yeah, it's actually not that comfortable.
I'd put it in a basement. I would never put it in my living room. Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Okay, I need to be 24
I'm up.
again.
Next, the crew heads upstairs to Chantal's master bedroom.
Right now, them in my house is just killing me with curiosity. I feel like eavesdropping.
This is not what I was expecting from the rest of the
Where's
house.
the red?
I was expecting a round bed to go with a pod. I was a tiny bit disappointed with the master bedroom. It didn't feel like the rest of the house.
I assume these are closets here. I don't know if this is an ensuite or not.
Can we look?
Oh, it
Oh,
is.
there you go.
A little small. Well, a lot of small.
Yeah.
The ensuite bathroom got lukewarm reviews. Let's try door number 2.
Oh.
Oh my God, we've discovered Chantal.
Well, her skating costumes anyway.
I love her closet. I want to so be in that closet.
The closet, of course, was staged just right.
I would have so much fun with that closet. I want to parade with feathers.
Oh, and we want you to, too.
Oh, and look, there's feathers and
Hillary,
corsets for
this is you, I think.
It has my name written all over it.
Is it me?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God!
It looks great. Gillian's really fun. Gillian, to me, though, seems a little alternative in her thinking. That makes me think we're going to be in for a treat for her house.
Kalman, you have no idea.
This is me.
Oh, yes. Okay, Hillary,
This is
you've got
totally
to have
me.
a corset.
Cha-cha-cha.
Come on, Hillary, once more with feeling.
I think Hillary wasn't quite as excited with our find. We tried to get her into the corset, but it just wasn't going to happen.
I'm not really interested in putting other people's clothes and hats on.
Or in having a good time, apparently. Let's see if Hillary can learn to loosen up in the family room.
Look at this. This is from the Moulin Rouge, it looks like. This
It's some color.
Oh, look. Can I have those drumsticks, please?
Are you a drummer?
Well,
There are no drums.
I'm a musician, but it's kind of awkward to...
Yeah, play the popcorn.
Why are these here? That's my question.
I was surprised that things were purposely left in places for us to find and touch and look through and show off. I guess I'm just a bit more modest than that.
Yeah, modest people always brag about how modest they are.
Looks like a bloody leg there going into the figure skate.
The art on the walls in that place just, if I could have run out screaming, I probably would.
Not enough creepy dead things for you?
Let's see if that gumball machine works. Who wants to do the duties?
Oh, look, they've got quarters.
Oh,
Okay.
that's convenient.
There.
Oh, there you go. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, that's fun. Look, Chantal's favorite color, red.
Just don't stick it under the table when you're done.
With that, the snoop is over. Later, the competitors will score the house out of 10 for style and design, livability, and originality. But for now, competitors will only reveal their overall impression score. Bring on the judging.
Chantel's taste is fine. It's not my taste. For me, the French theme was a little bit too much. I would give it overall a 7.
I just found there was too much difference going on. So there was sort of like a French influence and there was kind of like a really kitschy influence. Overall, I wasn't enamored by the entire thing. I'm right in the middle on this one. I'd have to give it a 5.
This house is staged and not like home to me. My overall score for this house is a 6.
And with those comme ci comme ça scores, it's time for the guests to say au revoir with a French twist.
I'll do a little French kiss.
Thank you.
Chantel brought out the PG version of the French kiss just for Hillary.
That was interesting. It's actually the first time in my life that I've had people over to entertain and I wasn't there. So my house had to just pull it off. The next house is Gillian's. I got more of like a hippie vibe. I think I'm gonna wear a long flowy dress and sandals. I'm ready.
Coming up, what will Chantel say when she learns Gillian's house is more haunted than hippie?
Are these vampire slayers? Will I get laid out on the table?
On Four Houses Canada, 4 house-proud homeowners are battling it out in the hope of winning the title of Best House. Next, our home inspectors will be sniffing around office manager and artist Gillian's 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom House of Doom.
I still think I have a good chance just on originality alone, but those are some neat people, and so I'm kind of a little worried.
First to arrive is the ultimate neat freak, Hillary.
I'm not really sure what Gillian's house will look like. Wow. Can't see the front entrance.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to Marlow. Come on in.
Thanks. This is nothing like what I expected.
And you look so relaxed about that revelation.
It's exhausting, this house.
Yes,
I'm
that's on
sensing a theme.
Very perceptive, Hillary. Let's see if family man Calman will be spooked out.
As I walked up to Gillian's house, that front yard was spooky. It was Halloween meets Christmas meets I don't know what's going on in there.
Calman, they're just paper lanterns. Last to strut in, Diva Chantal, dressed for what she thinks will be a hippie house tour.
Lanterns. Fun. I think I have a hippie vibe, maybe some candles, maybe a little dark. So hopefully I'll add a bit of color.
Enter. I really did think I was going to see a hippie. It was really quite a trippy surprise. Happy Halloween!
With everyone here, Gillian holds a quick orientation session for her guests.
Welcome to the Marlow. All of the animals are friendly.
Okay.
Okay. You can scream a little bit.
I will.
Cheers to everyone.
To life and death.
Yes. You're going to find a lot of it, and I won't say which.
Gillian will let the taxidermy do the talking.
Wow, it's half scary, half impressive.
I'm staying so close to you.
Right, aren't you? Okay, I'll protect you from all the evil spirits in the house.
Bring the knife.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that knife may protect you from Chantal's hammy antics. First stop, the dining room.
Whoa. Oh my goodness, look at the ceiling.
There's trees growing in the
Yeah.
house. With leaves. There's actual leaves on the trees. What do you think this is?
Oh, some kind of raccoon or something?
I don't know what that is.
It's a dead animal wearing a crown. Doesn't your house have one?
The dining room for me was quite overwhelming, and it's actually kind of hard to breathe.
I want to play.
Okay.
I know what your stage name's going to be. You're Dracula.
Dracula, yeah.
And you're like the white
Careful.
angel.
Maybe it should be Ice Queen. Meanwhile, Gillian nervously waits outside.
I'm a little worried because it's probably much more different than what they're used to, but I'm hoping it's going okay.
Is that a Ouija board?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, come on, guys. We have to sit down and play.
Put your fingers on.
Okay. Maybe we should ask it who's gonna win the show.
Me.
Oh, I think it's gonna be me.
You see, here we go
Okay.
towards the 8.
She's moving it.
I'm not a cheater. Look, it's still going that way.
Ouija boards don't like cheaters.
The Ouija board was scary. I don't like that stuff. Maybe because I believe.
We believe Chantal will continue to ham it up as the judges creep upstairs to the master bedroom.
All the sunlight.
Oh, boy.
What do you think is behind that drape?
Let's find out.
No, don't.
Are you
Let's
scared?
find out.
Come on.
Washing machine and dryer.
That's brilliant and so disappointing in some ways.
It is. Well,
Is that where you wash the blood off your clothes? The paintings just stand out. They really are magnificent. Really. And the trees, I mean, I don't get it.
and look how dusty it is. It's covered in dust.
It's hard to clean.
When you put your head up, you could actually bang into this stuff. It's really awkward, I think. And there's a bat hanging right on the window.
That's the first thing I want to see when I open my eyes in the morning. The bat at the window.
The master bedroom begs the question, how can you sleep in here? And the answer to me is you can't.
Well, maybe you can't, but Gillian seems to manage it.
Oh my God, what is that?
Oh,
Maybe it's like a dead animal coffin. Do you know what it was? It's a cockroach that was buried and put in the room.
Well, you know, cockroach cremations are so expensive these days.
what's this?
Is that a makeup box?
Lucky box.
Oh, cool.
Oh, you have to turn it.
What are you gonna ask
Let's
it?
see, should we continue with the tour?
What does it say?
Beware.
That tin box really knows what it's talking about. On to the study.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
I like the gold trim actually with the wall color. I kind of like that contrast.
You do?
Blue and purple
It
on the
suits
other
the room
side.
if that's
Very
your flavor.
royal.
I think this room really is actually the winner out of all the rooms. Like it's actually a room that I could sit in for a little while and just discover different pieces. I feel less
Like the
bombarded. Yeah, I didn't see that. Oh, I see something so wonderful.
devil? I think it's very royal.
I feel like I need to do this because, oh, please save me.
It really was weird. It's the longest day of my life.
Are you talking about the decor or Chantal's play acting? With the tour now over, it's time for the judges to see if Gillian's house is terrific or terrifying. Later, the competitors will score the house out of 10 for style and design, livability, and originality. But for now, competitors will only reveal their overall impression score.
She's a really nice girl and really interesting and works at a real job in the real world. But her private world is very different from mine. I give this house a 6.
Gillian's house did not feel like a house to me, where someone can wake up in the morning, put some coffee on, read the paper. There's none of that going on there. There's a constant sense of fright and tension in that house. It's not my style, and I gave it a 5.
With Gillian, I feel relaxed and at home. But in the home, no. I have to give it a 4.
Scoring finished, it's time for everyone to leave. But not before Gillian makes one last creepy request.
Now, before you leave, we have a house tradition where we take everybody's picture, and I promise not to steal your souls.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody smile.
Awkward.
Actually, I'm thinking it went better than I thought it was when I was outside. I'm not sure if it's their cup of tea, but as long as they liked and had fun, that was it.
Coming up, Gillian has a fit of pique over Teak.
God, I hate teak.
On 4 Houses Canada, 4 total strangers tour and critique each other's properties for a chance to win Best House bragging rights. Our competitors finished their fright-filled tour of Gillian's haunted house. Now, they'll be snooping around lawyer Kalman's 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom ode to Hungary. The guests are about to arrive, and Kalman thinks his family home is ready to shine.
I'm not anxious about anything.
First to arrive, the life of the party, Chantal.
Cute. I expected a newer home, more modern, in an older subdivision. I really am excited to see it. I knew there was something about that boy.
Hi, good morning, Chantal. How are you?
How are you?
Good, welcome to my house.
Thank you.
Next up, our mistress of the macabre, Gillian.
Oh, what a beautiful house. It was nothing like I was expecting from Kalman, and I don't know why, because now looking at it, it's very Kalman-ish.
Who knew Kalman was one of the three bears?
Hey, Gillian, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Nice to see you.
Welcome.
I'll
so
hug
nice
you, but
to
you
see
might.
you. Yes. I didn't have any nightmares last night.
Oh, God. Dad.
Now, will Kalman's house give hyper neat freak Hillary a nightmare?
It's not what I thought. I thought it would be more, for lack of a better term, ethnic.
And that sounds, for lack of a better term, judgmental. With everyone here, it's time to get sloshed.
Tradition dictates we all have a little drink. Here we go.
Oh.
Because we're a musical family. Well, maybe I'll play something for you guys on just to...
Drama.
Thank you.
Bravo.
And with some music, I'll leave you on your house tour.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Whether it's the liquor or the piano playing, nice guy Kalman has these women gushing.
He is so lovely.
Oh, my God.
He's
It
like
was
the perfect daddy, and it's so family. It has such a lovely vibe.
Well, yeah, this is a real family room.
So should we go see the rest?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if the dining room will also make them swoon.
At a bar.
Nice.
Lovely.
Okay.
Interesting liquors, not in English.
I guess Hungarians like to party.
Look at the pictures. I love the family
so nice.
pictures.
Oh, and look when they're young.
You know, he had those family photographs. They're beautiful, especially him and his wife. You know, back in the old country. Again, maybe it's the anthropologist in me. I love that stuff.
Anthropologist? Aren't you a florist?
But look at the table. It's teak.
Oh, you don't like teak?
God, I hate teak.
You hate teak?
Oh, I hate teak.
You had dead animals stuffed in your house and you hate teak? I don't understand.
Chantal's confused, but not so confused that she can't give Gillian a quick gardening tip.
Just want a little lesson. You see the plants at the window?
Yeah.
That's okay. Things growing from the ceiling? Not okay.
Meanwhile, Kalman is sequestered at the front of the house.
It's a little off-putting to have basically strangers, though we know each other a little, looking through your house, walking around that, commenting on it. I'm very curious what they're going to say.
Objection! No peeking, counselor.
You know, using these accents, they don't go with this Hungarian thing. I almost feel like he should be like in an older house.
Oh dear, that doesn't sound like a compliment. Let's see what the house inspectors will find upstairs in the master bedroom.
Oh, lovely.
This is lovely.
So cute.
I wonder if it's Kalman's. Like if he was actually a baby in this.
I loved that little cradle. It made me want to have 10 kids. Like little Hungarian ones. No, I'm just kidding.
It's almost like you're going into a little Hungarian hut or something. I really liked the Hungarian accents in it because it was very Kalman. You felt that, you know, this was a room that he and his wife were very happy in. But I really don't like the cupboards in this room. They're very stark and sterile, and the room is just so big, and you want something a little bit, I don't
More
know.
substantial?
Yeah, a little bit more
Feeling?
substantial and maybe not quite as plain.
This is very different than Gillian's house. This house is not haunted.
The criticisms turn to cooing as our judges find the ensuite bathroom.
Oh, I'm in love.
Great size.
Look at the shower head. Oh my God.
He uses the hand thing. He has clean bits.
What are you talking about?
It's
Yeah, your private bits. You know, they're bits.
I didn't know what she was talking about. I must have asked about 4 times. So too much information.
okay now.
Maybe they were taking it back because they don't wash their bits.
Good theory, Chantal. Hillary, care to respond to that accusation?
My shower head is removable, thank God. I can't imagine what she'd say if it weren't.
The conversation turns to more family-friendly topics as the competitors hit the basement.
Oh my God, look. Oh, the kids' room.
Just for you.
I wonder if they'll invite me over to play.
Sure, as long as you don't talk about bits in front of the kids.
Oh, look. Oh my God. We have the best house.
Oh, I
it's a
do have
child
one of
food.
these. Want to play that?
Yeah.
So Hillary's up for playing when she has the inside edge.
I win!
I think that we have like a person who likes to win.
I have friends who won't play games with me anymore because they say I take it just a little bit too seriously.
She is definitely going to be one of those people who, if she doesn't win, you will know how unhappy she is.
Want to play ping pong?
Oh boy. Okay, we're teaming up.
Here's the ball.
2 against 1, girlfriend.
And to drive the point home, she's in it to win it. Hillary goes for the kill.
Whoa! Sorry. Just like I won at ping pong and darts, I'm going to win this show.
But you certainly won't win any friends with that kind of talk. The tour of Kalman's house is now complete. Later, the competitors will score the house out of 10 for style and design, livability, and originality. But for now, competitors will only reveal their overall impression score.
Having flowers not properly placed or some weird Hungarian juice in the corner, it doesn't matter. It's just the overall appeal. It's just lovely, and he's a lovely person. And I can't wait to come play costumes in the basement. I would definitely give Kalman's house an 8 out of 10.
Kalman's house is really nice. There are certain things I do differently, of course. I'm impressed by the house. It's really clean. I give this house an 8.
This is hard to try to score it because the bones of it I would definitely say would be a 10, but the furniture I'm down sort of around a 6. So I'm going to again go in the middle and give it an 8.
With that, it's time for the judges to leave.
I think it went well. I think I'm in a clear running. Hillary's left, but I think we're doing great here.
Coming up, Kalman nearly loses it all.
Oh, no.
The brick. On Four Houses Canada, 4 house-proud strangers are pitted against each other, each seeking the ultimate title of Best House. Kalman's was the 3rd house to be judged, and there, Hillary took aim at her competition.
Whoa! Sorry. Oh. I'm a very competitive person, almost too much.
Hillary's contemporary 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom semi is the last house on the tour.
I'm a little nervous about my house being next.
Let's see if she took out the right competitor.
I think Kalman is my main competitor. I think his house has a similar feel to mine. It'll just be a matter, perhaps, of what people prefer, a cleaner look or a more lived-in look.
Oblivious to Hillary's backhanded compliments, here comes Kalman, our jovial family man.
It's as I expected. It's sleek, it's contemporary, seems modern, seems very Hillary. So I'm very curious what it's like inside.
Hi,
how are you?
You look amazing.
Thank
Come on
you.
in.
So do you.
Thanks. Come on in. Let's sit in the front living room.
I walked in, and I was actually very nervous for the first time because I thought this was going to be the real competition.
Next to arrive, always effervescent Chantal, if she can make it to the front porch.
Walking up the path was challenging. I decided to wear my stiletto heels today, and I'm like, how am I going to get up with my shoes? Hi. When I first walked in, I felt like I had to be on my best behavior. You just feel like if you drop a crumb, that you could get in trouble. It was awkward.
Let's see if artist of gloom, Gillian, feels more comfortable.
Oh, it's actually quite nice. Very neat, very clean. I was worried that it was just going to be completely impersonal.
Now that everyone has arrived, let's get this party started.
As everybody arrived, you could kind of cut the tension with a knife. So when the tension's high, I do what I usually do in my life. I turn to music. I could tickle the ivories. Let's give it a shot.
Lovely. Yes, please.
Thank you so much for playing that. It's never been played so nicely. Anyhow, I'm going to get going, so please enjoy looking around and hope you like the house.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
If Chantal thought that was uptight, wait till she sees the kitchen.
Oh, it's so sanitized.
It's actually a very nice layout, but it's very gray.
The kitchen was absolutely stunning, impeccable, looked like nothing has ever been cooked in there.
Well, maybe Hillary doesn't have a wife who does all the cooking, Kalman.
Oh my God.
Wow.
It's white and perfect.
It was like, oh.
I bet you they're evenly spaced.
They are, there's diagnosis for this. It is definitely a beautiful kitchen, but there's like a combination of feeling like I'm in a hospital, like I should do a scrub down.
Dr. Chantal, you're needed for a kitchenotomy in operating room 4.
It's a lot of work to maintain that kind of like cleanliness.
Oh, but there is liquor.
Yeah, but it's too high.
There's no party going on in that kitchen.
While the competitors criticize her uber cleanliness, Hillary waits outside.
I hope things are going well in there.
She wouldn't be smiling if she knew what Chantal is doing to her kitchen.
Let's do something bad. I think I'm just gonna put a little bit on my hands, just because I feel a little blue.
Oh, Chantal, you could see these little devil horns just kind of growing out of her hair.
And let's see if perhaps that would somehow transcend.
Such a bad girl. Oh no, I did it.
Okay.
The perfect crime. Except you left fingerprints, Chantal.
Chantal did what I felt was kind of rude.
That's a bad girl. I know who did this. You're in trouble, young lady. I have to sit in the parlor for an hour and not talk, you know? Sorry.
Not talking would be a harsh punishment for Chantal. Next, time to check out the living room.
Here's the living room, family room.
We found our color.
I like this. I like this. My kids would like this.
Oh,
Oh, you love that.
I love the little purple here. I think this is a great contrast too. This is very New York.
Yeah.
This is very stylish.
Except there's nothing else in this room that it fits with.
Obviously, we all have different tastes, hence our houses are all very different. In my opinion, my house is the winner, but we'll see.
Again, I find it very impersonal and cold.
She's actually a very warm person, I think.
You're such a nice man.
Well, you know. Usually. You know what I noticed? You know, it's a family room, but I don't see any pictures of the family. You know, we should check out here what she has displayed. There's some fun stuff. This is a photo album. Oh, that's oh no. It's not the photo album.
Oh my God,
no.
you're in so much trouble.
I was scared, and that's the wrong house for an accident to happen like that.
And you thought the handprint on the counter was rude? Next, the judges head upstairs to see if they can wreak more havoc in the master bedroom.
This is a sweet,
Look
lovely
at
room.
the color. I love the wallpaper.
Yeah, little leaves.
That is beautiful.
Cozy up in here.
Okay.
I feel very like,
And look, there's the pictures.
definitely. And I spotted, that looks like artwork from a child, definitely.
Yeah. It's a shame that you have to get up here to see it.
Oh my God, look at that. It's a spider. I love this.
People do maybe live here.
There's something that I can relate to in this house. I want to check out her closet.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Oh, lovely. Does it go in deep? Oh no. I'm so confused.
I'm actually jealous of this.
Maybe
No, seriously, where do you put all your clothes? That wouldn't even fit today's wardrobe.
Oh, for you. That's another story.
Where do you put your shoes? No dressing table. How do you get ready in the morning?
Maybe Hillary is more the wash and go type. Time for the judges' comments and scoring. Later, the competitors will score the house out of 10 for style and design, livability, and originality. But for now, the competitors will only reveal their overall impression score.
I'm still a guest in someone's home. It is hard to feel comfortable or welcome. Could you really break that ice barrier? So for me, it's a 7.
Hillary's home is absolutely beautiful. I can see my family living there. This house is a solid 8.
Some of the pieces in here are impeccable and beautiful. Her sense of art is wonderful, but it's cold to me, and I have a real problem with cold houses. And I'm going to have to give her a 5.
With those hot and cold overall scores, it's time for everyone to go.
I don't know at all what they're thinking as they're leaving. I would love to think that I won. I think I deserve to win, but of course everybody thinks they deserve to win. So we'll see.
Coming up, who will be crowned with the title of Best House? Each of these 4 homeowners is convinced that their house is the best.
I think I'm very much going to win this competition.
I'm very stubborn, and I don't like to lose.
I really want to win this competition.
I'm excited to win.
But only one of them is about to walk away with $1,000, a photo spread in a home decor magazine, and the ultimate crowning glory of Best House. Each competitor has toured and secretly scored their rivals' homes out of 10 in each category: style and design, livability, originality, and overall impressions. The marks will now be added together to determine the big winner. So what did the homeowners think of their competition?
For me, Hillary's house structurally is amazing. I love the space. I love the brightness.
Kalman's house, there's a bit of a disconnect between decor and what the house is. It felt like a show home that got lost in decorating.
Chantel's house, I found that everything just didn't fit for me. The art in Chantel's house is definitely not my style.
Gillian's house, it wasn't filthy, it wasn't smelly, it wasn't uninhabitable. It was someone's home, it was just odd.
The final marks have been tallied. The competitors have gathered at a neutral location where they will be secretly transported to the winning home. They'll be blindfolded, so they don't know where they're going.
The main contenders of this contest, in terms of style and decor, definitely Hillary.
I think my main competitor is going to be Hillary.
I'm still feeling like I'm the dark horse. I am the clear winner when it comes to the most unusual house.
Kalman's house is all about family, and my house is also a family home. It's just expressed differently. I think I have a really good chance of winning it.
So which of these four has the best house? Kalman's family-centric house was ranked first by all of the ladies, making him the winner with a total score of 92.
I feel great. I always thought this was the best house, and now the other people think it too.
It was just a very warm house. Like, you just wanted to go inside because you knew that there was something special there.
In second place is Hillary's cool contemporary home, which got top marks from Kalman and a total score of 80.
I'm happy with how I was ranked. I'm not surprised. As I mentioned earlier, I figured I was 1 or 2, so 2's good. Not as good as 1, but it's good.
I think that in terms of decor and style and research, Hillary was definitely neck and neck.
In third place, with a respectable score of 70, is Chantel's Maison Française.
Zut alors, c'est n'importe quoi. The best house didn't win, but a nice man won.
It's not particularly original, which I would expect, having met her with such a big personality.
I don't feel like a sore loser. I feel like a good loser. Loser!
And although Gillian's haunted house earned a perfect score for originality, she came in fourth place.
They're going to be talking about my house forever. I think it's going to be one of those things that they're never going to forget and they'll probably never see again.
I'm taking my kids during Halloween. There we go. Well, you guys all had very special homes. It was just so nice to visit them all. Only one house can win, but in my view, all of you guys have winning houses.
Such a good guy.
Thank you.
It was a great experience.
Cheers.
Very nice to meet you.
Yes, the
Cheers.
experience.
Being featured in Style at Home magazine would be amazing. This money is going to go back into the house, and it's going to be something we're all going to share together as a family like we do everything else.